suing me for something I didn't do. It's just the most bullshit thing. And I literally had to pay them a lot of fucking money.
Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis canceled.
You know, they just decided to pull the plug.
Tab 3. Jake Paul now faces legal action from Gervonta Davis after pulling out of the fight. Jake Paul has officially been slapped with a lawsuit from Gervonta "Tank" Davis. And this isn't just some routine boxing headline. This is about ego, cash, and a public image falling apart in plain view. What was meant to be the blockbuster matchup of the year has collapsed into one of the messiest, most embarrassing controversies in recent boxing history.
That fight that was supposed to go down with Jake Paul and Gervonta "Tank" Davis in Miami on November 14th is not happening. It has been canceled officially.
Not long ago, fans were electric with excitement. Jake Paul, the bold, trash-talking YouTuber turned fighter who vowed to shake up boxing, was set to clash with Gervonta Davis, one of the sport's most dangerous power punchers. Netflix was on board. Millions were on the line, and everyone prepared for a showdown meant to blend competition with spectacle, hype with chaos.
Because you have someone that we come from two different sides, of the world. We still on the same path to get the same thing.
Everything collapsed instantly. Promotional materials were made. Filming had begun. Agreements were finalized and abruptly voided, and the entire event disappeared without warning. Jake Paul jumped on social platforms to reveal what he portrayed as a brave choice. One
of the most feared punchers in the sport of boxing. He's got a 93% knockout percentage. That's one of the best among current world champions.
He labeled Gervonta a worthless individual, accused him of misconduct, and claimed Netflix had shut down the bout. According to Jake, his organization supports women, and he refused to give Tank any spotlight. The presentation, the timing, the drama, all were designed to portray Jake as the righteous figure stepping away from wrongdoing. And for a brief second, the image actually succeeded in the public eye at first.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis team fights back after Jake Paul canceled the fight, went on a tirade.
But the praise didn't stick for long. The excitement died down, replaced by murmurs that grew stronger as time moved on. It began quietly among those involved in the promotion, then expanded within Tank's circle and eventually reached veteran boxing analysts familiar with PR distractions like this countless times before.
I never let myself go there. You know, I'm a fierce competitor.
Tank's team is now fighting back, and they're stating that Netflix did not, in fact, cancel the bout.
The narrative Jake Paul had carefully constructed simply didn't hold together. Netflix hadn't scrapped anything. According to Gervonta's trainer Kenny Ellis, the bout was still happening. Jake panicked. Ellis delivered one sharp, direct, and devastating line, and the entire heroic tale fell apart. The storyline of bravery and values crumbled instantly. This wasn't righteousness. It was fear disguised as integrity. Jake has undeniably influenced boxing. He has brought fresh audiences to the sport. He has also contributed greatly to boosting women's boxing. But then the quiet rumors about weight surfaced. The agreement required 195 pounds. Yet insiders insisted Jake wasn't anywhere near the mark. Heavy, sluggish, drained, and not in fighting condition. The man who built his persona on toughness suddenly appeared shaky and exposed. Meanwhile, Tank was sharpening into a more dangerous force, quicker, slimmer, and deadlier as the days passed. When fight night neared, it became clear to anyone actually watching that Jake Paul might have been heading straight toward a knockout. Ellis didn't sugarcoat anything. Netflix hadn't pulled out. Jake Paul had. He was frightened, harsh, clear, and explosive.
He has made a significant impact on the sport of boxing. He has certainly brought new eyes to the sport. He's done so much in uplifting women's boxing.
Davis supporters started raising questions they once ignored. If this was really about principles, why had Jake agreed to fight Mike Tyson, who had served prison time? Why battle Mike Perry, who faced several misconduct accusations? Why was Gervonta suddenly the boundary, the one exception to all his earlier matchups?
They call Gervonta Davis the Tank for a reason. He only needs one shot to end the
Suddenly, Jake's supposed moral stance looked less like bravery and more like a cover for panic. Each tweet, each Instagram update, every public remark meant to protect his image was revealed for what it truly was: pure damage control. Supporters began piecing everything together. The defending women's speech, PR barrier. The moral angle, a convenient escape hatch. Fear had shaped the entire storyline, and Jake tried to disguise it as principle. But once Ellis' comments settled in, the reality became clear. Jake Paul wasn't withdrawing out of ethics. He was avoiding a match he knew he couldn't win, and everyone was finally seeing what had been hidden all along.
Jake fought a guy who was his age and who was also considered a boxer, and he lost.
It just pisses me the fuck off. And then
you're good. Take a break. Take a break.
By then, Jake's image was on the line. He wasn't up against faded competitors anymore. He was preparing to face a genuine danger, an elite knockout specialist who doesn't chase clout or internet fame. The publicity angle shifted. Jake wasn't afraid. He was defending women. He wasn't backing out. He was making a statement. It held up briefly, but now that storyline is returning to damage him.
Jake Paul took that and ran with it and then used it as a catalyst to stain Tank's name but not have to fight him.
Gervonta Davis isn't letting this slide. He's suing Jake Paul for defamation and breach of contract, claiming that Jake's lies caused severe reputational and financial damage. According to the lawsuit, Jake's moral crusade wasn't naive or accidental. It was deliberate. If Team Davis proves Netflix never canceled, Jake could be liable for millions. What else to say?
If he was making the money he says he's making, Showtime Boxing wouldn't have gone out of business, and Showtime would have made sure they kept paying him.
Coach Ellis made his stance unmistakable. Jake wasn't defending women. He was defending his record, brutally so. He didn't stop there, labeling Jake's championing of women's rights as a smokescreen, a PR stunt masquerading as morality. Screenshots and old interviews only reinforced the narrative. Jake, clearly out of his depth, was panicked and scrambling for a way out.
What else to say? I didn't want to give this woman abuser a platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account. My company champions women. I'm so sorry to everyone involved, mostly to the undercard fighters, to my team at MVP, and to my team who worked so hard.
That's the heart of the lawsuit. Jake Paul didn't just back out. He publicly defamed Tank, claiming moral superiority while hinting that Netflix forced the cancellation. This wasn't just a fight. It was career sabotage. The purse, sponsorship deals, promotional rights, all part of the financial fallout. Tank's lawyers argue Jake detonated an entire business ecosystem to protect his ego and dodge accountability. Behind the scenes, Jake's team scrambled. But this isn't a YouTube controversy that can be deleted. This is the courtroom, where facts replace followers and receipts replace hype.
Ring Magazine. Jake Paul admits he's scared and losing sleep over a Gervonta Davis fight.
Hypocrisy cuts deepest. Jake's moral high ground is crumbling. He claimed he refused to platform abusers, yet he fought Tyson Perry and others with equally controversial pasts. Ego, plain and simple. The timing was too convenient. The moment Jake realized he couldn't control the fight, he found an excuse to cancel. Tank's team added, "He knew about our guy's past when he signed. Why act shocked? They're right, he wasn't blindsided. He was cornered."
Jake Paul, the contracted weight is 195 pounds. I bet if he were to get on a scale today that he's nowhere near the fight weight. It's so many games being...
Jake Paul, the man who built an empire on chaos, self-promotion, and the art of spectacle, suddenly decided to play saint when the stakes were real. He marketed violence for profit, sold pay-per-view, fights with bravado, and turned insults into cash. Yet when faced with Gervonta Davis, a legitimate world-class knockout artist, he claimed moral superiority. It's the oldest PR trick in the book. If you can't win, change the story, and that's exactly what he did. Fear became principle, retreat became a moral crusade. What was spun as courage was in reality a calculated escape, and calculated escapes under scrutiny rarely look heroic. He's paying the beater. Oh shit, you're right. God, boxing analyst, ego cut through the hype with brutal clarity. If boxing banned everyone with a criminal record, there'd be no boxing left. Boxing isn't about saints. It's about survivors. Legends like Mike Tyson, Julio, Caesar, Chavez, Andre Ward, and Floyd Mayweather didn't emerge from virtue. They emerged from chaos, poverty, and conflict. The ring forgives mistakes, miscalculations, and moral ambiguity. The courtroom does.
Gervonta Davis accusations. Jake Paul has a far worse track record. Jake Paul backed out.
Jake's sudden act of moral courage, his platforming of virtue over violence, felt completely out of place. Hollywood theatrics have no home in a sport built on grit, blood, and raw, unpolished reality. Fans saw it. Fighters saw it. Anyone paying attention saw right through it.
It was Jake Paul who found a scapegoat kind of and an exit strategy and got to moving.
Jake Paul was built for the camera, not the corner. Real fighters face adversity head-on. They don't sermonize contracts or stage moral withdrawals, they fight. Now, Jake Paul faces an opponent his social media persona cannot shield him from accountability.
He's paying the beater.
Oh shit, you're right. God.
Every brand that once associated with Jake is now calculating exposure and risk. The moral hero gone, the maverick aura vanished. Jake Paul might have dodged Gervonta's punches in the ring, but there's no ring here, no referee, no cheering audience. Just lawyers, contracts, evidence, and the cold, merciless glare of truth. If the court sides with Tank's team, the financial damages alone could reach into the millions. Beyond that, it's the reputational knockout that hits hardest. The social media persona of fearless bravado is powerless under oath. The narrative of courage is stripped bare when confronted with proof of fear and fabrication. The most unavoidable question isn't whether Jake lied. It's why it was ever about morals, or was it about fear? Fear of being exposed, fear of losing, fear of standing toe-to-toe with a legitimate fighter who could, with one clean shot, shatter the carefully constructed image he built.